All righty, everybody. Hello. Let's see.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. How are you doing? We are so happy to have everyone here joining us as people start coming in. I just want to say hello. I'm Barika from the Sweet Life of the Three Copes of Tears, and I have all of my Disney friends here with me because we are going to have an awesome time on Disney Movie Talk Live. I'm going to introduce everyone. I'll start here. Right there. This is Josh from Josh Goes to Disney, and he is going to be our guest facilitator today when we're doing our Disney movie talk. Then we have Perfectly Cat from Perfectly Cat. Hello. And then we have Caitlin from Magic by Caitlin. And we are so happy that everyone is here. We are missing one of our friends. She is actually at Disney World, but we want to give her a shout out. What's up, Danielle from Mickey Girls?
Mickey Girls.
So, as you know from all the flyers and us posting different things, we are going to be talking about the one and only Ivan. And we are super excited because it is a fabulous movie. Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn everything over to Josh. Take it away, Josh.
Hello, everybody.
Bye.
The nephew's going, bye. So, hi, how's everybody going? How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
So, I watched the one and only Ivan last night at like 11 o'clock because I just really wanted to watch it and I wanted to make sure it was fresh in my mind.
Right.
Me and Kat already had a little bit of a mini discussion about it. As soon as I got done, I called her and I was like, this is my feelings. I need to let them out. Okay. So what did everybody think? Let's just start out with this. What did everybody think of the movie? Let's give it a rating really quick before we even start a discussion. On a rating of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst film you've ever seen in your life, 10 being a film that's one of the best films you've ever seen and that you would give it an Oscar.
Okay, see, here's my problem with that because I have different ratings for books to movies or just movies, like straight movies. So if I'm comparing it to the book, I'm gonna give it a 7. If I'm just comparing it on its own, I'm probably gonna give it like a 6, 6.5.
So I've never read the book because I don't read. For me, the movie was probably about a 5.5 to a 6.
That's fair. I'm going to say the same thing.
And it's strictly on the type of movie that it is. So, Barika, you're giving about a 5.5 to 6 as well?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
And
because it was a
Caitlin?
good film.
So I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it because I kind of just like randomly watched it with my family, and I was really surprised by it. But because of that, I want to give it an 8 because it was better than I thought it would be. But I didn't read the book, so.
Right.
Hey, Emily, welcome in. This is Emily
Hi,
from Emily Rose,
hello.
Wonderful World of Rose Plans. We also have 4 people watching, so hello, everybody.
Hey!
Anybody in the chat, make sure you go smash the like button so we can get more people to be notice that this is going on so more people can watch and discuss this with us. This Life of Ours is here as well, so hello.
Hello.
Welcome in. If you are in the chat, make sure you give us your rating as well between 1 and a 10. If you've seen the only one and only Ivan, let us know what you thought as well, so we can have more stuff to discuss. If you have any questions along the way as well, if you want to stop us to ask a question, I'm pretty sure all of us have the chat up so we all can see the questions. So if you have a question, ask it and we can get to it as soon as we see it.
Right.
So for me, I did not look into anything about this movie at all. I did not look into it at all. I just went straight into Disney Plus and watched the video or the movie. So I didn't know what kind of movie it was. All I saw there was a gorilla and there was a bunch of animals. So I didn't know if it was going to be like a jungle movie, if it was going to be like some kind of like just gorilla themed movie or what. But I wouldn't say I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. I'm also not going to say it was a terrible movie because it's a super adorable movie, but it's just not for me.
Makes sense.
What did you? Okay, let's start out with the beginning.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. When it first started off, I was a little confused because I could, I don't know why. I thought it was connected to another movie because of the circus thing. I honestly, this might sound funny, but I was like, is this a continuing from The Greatest Showman for a second? And and we were kind of, everybody in my household was a little confused, and then quickly as you kept watching it, you realized it wasn't, but it just kind of seemed like that a little bit. I don't know if I'm the only person who thought that.
So, can I give a little bit of backstory of the story? So we read this every year. I get to do a whole lesson on it, so I know it inside and out. But so it is based on a true story. Our main character Ivan, he was raised by humans up until he was, I want to say, 2 or so. But he was then in this big top circus mall. It's like this like attraction, and I think that attraction place is still open. And he lived there for a long time until he started getting more and more notoriety because he would paint, and everybody loved that. And then he ended up in a safer place where he could really grow old, and he actually lived to be 50, which for his type of gorilla is really, really old. So it was so amazing. But I liked how they kind of did it from the perspective of the animals, and I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. The animals quickly became friends because they each had their own personality. Ivan, his character seemed kind of old to me. Like when you listen to him talk, he kind of seemed like a grandpa a little bit. And then him and what was the elephant's name? Stella. Yeah, you could see that they had become best friends. Like they were the oldest animals in the show, and they had that bond.
So for me, I really thought that the plot or the opening of the movie started out really slow. I wish it would have picked up a little bit faster. Being that I think it's themed for children, I really thought that it would be a lot more positive, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. But it kind of was like the narration kind of feel, and I just don't know if that was like deemed for kids. I think kids would get kind of boring would get kind of bored with the beginning of the movie. I really loved the second half of the movie was fantastic for me. I loved the second half of the movie. The first half of the movie was kind of just blasé. It was kind of like weird. It was like, let's get to the point of the movie. Let's get to what's going on. I love the cast. I think the cast choices of this movie was amazing. I think everybody did great. I wish Angelina Jolie could have been a little bit longer in the movie than she was. If anybody doesn't know, Angelina Jolie plays Stella, the ant elephant. Also, welcome in Daniel Martin.
Hi, Daniel.
Daniel's my brother, actually. So hi, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Hello, brother.
My nephew says hello.
Hello, nephew.
Hi, everybody.
I love the relationship between Ivan and Bob. Put that out there. Like, I love that he never accepted until the very last minute that his name was Bob, which was hilarious to me. He's like, I guess everybody's gonna call me Bob, so I'll just be Bob. So
it was more of like he was in a family and he was a street dog. He wasn't going to be accepted into a family. He's like on his own, but he accepted his name as like, I am part of this family. I accept it now.
Right.
Which I love that. And it was the whole plot of the movie was really sweet. I will say that we had a discussion last night, me and Kat, and at the beginning of the movie, what's the little girl's name? Not Ruby, the little girl.
I just drew a blank.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Lily?
I forgot to.
Not Rose,
Lily.
right?
It's a flower, isn't it? I want to say Lily.
Is it Rose?
Oh, my dad said Lily.
Lily, like one of those.
Okay.
So this is the part of the movie that made the most confusing to me. Okay, and I talked to Kat about it last night. Was that in the beginning of the movie, Lily is an artist, and she gives Ivan some crayons and she gives him some paper, and he draws a beetle that no one knows what that is. No one knows a beetle except Lily. No one knew what a carrot was until like Lily said it was a carrot, whatever. So the gorilla can't draw. Okay, he just can't draw. He's not a good artist. Let's just put that point blank period. So then she gives him this finger paint, and he's like, "Okay, I'll have that. Cool, thanks, appreciate it. Thanks for giving me a mess." And then, in the backstory, whenever they're telling Ivan is telling his story to Ruby, he's smearing junk on rocks. He's smearing clay on rocks. He's not painting nothing. Nothing looks like anything. It's just dirt on a rock. But then we go to Ivan in his cage, his presentation cage, and there's this freaking mural.
Okay, I have an explanation.
That's never been done before, and he's like, "I want to go out to the wild," and it's like,
okay, so
how did he just learn how to do a mural?
A mural and he couldn't even draw.
He spent all night painting that mural, and not only that, he wanted it so bad he manifested it to being. So what we saw probably is not really what it looked like. It's probably just splotches, but in the little girl's eye, she knew what he wanted. He wanted to be free. So
yeah, the gorilla could barely draw a beetle.
But I think
I thought that he could draw, but he kind of suppressed it.
Right.
That's
what I was saying. Like,
that's what I gathered from the movie, that he did know how to draw, but then over the years he like suppressed it. And then when she gave him the crayons, he like reintroduced himself to his gift.
Well, they sure didn't show it.
Well, you have to kind of like, you have to kind of put yourself in the mindset of an animal and kind of like.
I did. When they went back to his childhood, whenever he was a baby gorilla, they went back and they showed him smearing mud on rocks. Not drawing anything in particular, not drawing art, not doing anything fun. It just bleh. And then he gets back up here and he's old now, and all of a sudden he knows how to draw freaking landscapes and mountains and trees and water and stuff. And it's like, but like 5 minutes earlier, he couldn't draw a carrot.
That's because it meant that much to him that his soul spoke onto the.
That might not have been the same time frame. Maybe months had passed. You got to think about that.
Long time.
Remember, they probably was rushing the movie, but it probably
in the book
wasn't.
It is over months and months. I think it's actually like years. So it's okay, Josh.
And the girl's name is Julia, not Lily.
Julia. Oh, I couldn't remember that.
Oh, well, my dad lied.
I thought it was Rose. So.
I thought it was like Lily or Rose. It was like some pretty name.
Julia is a pretty name. If anybody that watches the name Julia.
Julia is a very pretty name.
I loved how Ivan protected Bob. Oh, and I want to say Bob kind of reminded me of the Tramp too. They kind of yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Do y'all not see that I'm doing something? That's fantastic. Get this stepping.
It is broken.
Take it, buddy, Uncle Josh. I just want to piggyback on something Josh said about how the movie kind of opened up a little slow for kids. I think that's true, because when we tried to get Elise to watch it, she looked at it, like she glanced at it for a second, and then she quickly knew she didn't want to watch it. Now that's okay. That's for y'all. Y'all go ahead and do that. Now, I did recently get her to watch it, but that night when it first came out and I thought she was going to be all excited about it, when she did fill it out, she was like, nah, I'm going to let you and Daddy watch this one. So I think it did start off kind of slow.
Yeah, it was hard to catch up to it. Like, it was hard to, like, connect to people. Like, I don't know that I fell in love with the characters until Ruby arrived in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, the bunny rabbit and the chicken and the sea lion and those characters I fell in love with immediately because they're just so cute. But like, I didn't really fall in love with the rest of them until we really started to like grow a bond between everybody.
Yes.
And Ivan started to fall in love with Ruby and like not fall in love with, but like protect her and realize that he needed to be there for her. That's when it started to click for me, because I was like, okay, this is what this type of movie is going to be like. But then before that, it was like.
And that's true in the book, is that everybody was kind of in their own space. It was just work. It was a workplace. It wasn't like a place to have fun. And once the cute little adorable elephant came, it brought everybody closer together. So I like how the movie transitioned that from the book.
So I will say two things. Well, it's one thing. Two people said it in my house. We were watching it last night. My father and I watched it last night, and my brother came in the room. And as soon as they introduced Ruby, I was like, I yelled out, "What is this, Dumbo?" And then my dad was like, "This looks better than Dumbo." And then my brother walked in the room, and when he was seeing it, he was like, "I wish Dumbo could have done this."
That's what we were talking about last night, is that it's like what Dumbo wanted to be.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't think we even finished Dumbo. So
I'm like the only one that likes Dumbo, I swear. Everybody else I talked to is like, no, it wasn't that great. And I was over here like, I loved it.
I like Dumbo.
The reason we didn't like Dumbo was because the first half of Dumbo is sweet and it's cute, but the second half, really, Tim Burton himself came out, and it was a Tim Burton movie, the second half of the movie. And it got weird. And I'm just not a Tim Burton fan. So
I gotta be honest, my favorite part of Dumbo is the pink elephant scene. And I know how trippy and weird it is, but I love it. I think it's just visually beautiful. And I love how it's like his perspective, and it's so fun.
My favorite part of Dumbo was the ending.
You was ready for it at the end, Josh.
I was done. We went into the theater. We watched in the theater for the first time, and I think we left halfway through the movie. Like, I've never walked out of a theater before that we paid for, and we left. Like, we were done with it. So,
now when Ruby arrived, I feel like, I know Ivan was a little thrown off because he was the headliner, but I could see the sadness in the animals that another baby was coming in. I don't know if they mentioned that in the book about how young she was coming to captivity, but you can kind of see, like, they were like, is it a baby? You know? And then it looked like Ivan kind of thought back to when he was a baby and how he never really had freedom. Did anybody pick up on that?
Yes.
Yeah, you could tell Ivan was kind of upset because he was the one that was like, I kind of felt like he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders to save the show. He was trying to save the show because of, it was just him and the dude, the owner. And then now someone else is taking over that responsibility, and he didn't know what to do.
Right.
And then he kind of got shut out by them closing the curtains early and not like worrying about him anymore. Did anybody else cry when Stella died?
Yes.
Yeah, that was sad.
That made me so sad.
It was traditional Disney though.
But it killed me.
No, but I do have a funny story.
About an elephant dying?
No. So we watched Christopher Robin today, and I couldn't remember why I didn't want to watch it with my husband. And then I remembered we watched it before, and he bawled the whole time. Like, and it wasn't even he was sad. He was so moved by Pooh and how sweet and innocent and cute he was. I'm talking grown man with full beard and bawling over Christopher.
I'm making a confession. Last night, I was watching Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Okay. Never have I ever, in 50,000 times of watching that movie, cried in any scene. No matter who dies, who comes back, whatever reason, I never cry. It hits me emotionally. I get moved by it, but I never cry. Last night, I watched just the return scene where everybody comes back through the portal. And
I'm crying right now.
He just gives him the look and the nod, and they're like in sync, and it's like
Cap, minute. Jesus.
You're
Okay.
surprised at Pipsley's favorite movie.
No, Hi, Katrina. Welcome in.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
So I've never cried in that movie at all, but last night it hit different with Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman being gone, and seeing him walk through that portal. It hit me like a ton of bricks, and it got me. I not only did I didn't shed like a single tear. I boo-hoo cried, like boo-hoo cried. And it's the fact that I know that the Avengers will never be the same.
Right, never.
Black Panther will never be the same. Now, they may get Shuri to be Black Panther, but they will never have Black Panther as Chadwick Boseman ever again.
Right.
And I cried. And then, like, when he said Avengers Assemble, I was like, I was like, no.
I can't even watch any of the movies right now because.
And then Black Panther in Bombay, and I was like, no.
Absolutely not.
It's like, I don't wanna. Wakanda forever.
I don't want to eat Bombay.
I was just like, I can't. And then I watched it again. Like I returned it again, dried my tears, and then cried again. Like I was just like, I can't with this. This is the last time I'm watching this movie forever. I cannot watch it. Yeah. I had to just get that out there. I texted my brother and I was like, I just boohoo cried for the first time in any movie ever. I don't cry in movies. I don't get moved by music. I don't get moved by movies. But like knowing also that he did that movie while battling cancer,
right?
I think hit me harder. So I was just like, I gotta move on. I can't.
Okay, save this all for next week. This is a good discussion.
Right, because we're talking about Black Panther next week. I don't know how I'm gonna get through the movie though, because we gotta watch it to talk about it.
I gotta watch it again.
I just watched it last week. Like I probably watched Marvel movies more than I watch any other movies, so I constantly rotating through all 25 of them. There's more because of X-Men, but I do watch a lot.
I don't consider X-Men in the MCU.
Yeah.
I consider them their own franchise, and then Marvel MCU movies or the Avengers or stuff is by themselves. Yeah. Technically, they should be together, but let's get back to Ivan. So,
right, let's get back to Ivan. And forgive us if we talk into other categories. This is just how Disney movie talk goes, you know?
We love movies.
So I'll just ask a question really quick. Who was everybody's favorite character from the movie? We're talking movie, Cat.
Okay. They're all the same in the book.
No book.
No, but you have to understand is that when a movie like that is because it's a call to cut winner, almost every kid has read that book. What?
I said I wish my teachers had me read that. And
I'm fairly newer.
Is that why? Okay, that's probably. I'm like I never even heard of it. My brother read it.
I've never heard of the book either.
Yeah, I didn't know about the book until I looked it up, and then I seen they have a whole series of the books, right, Kat?
Yeah.
Because they got the one and only Bob, and
I personally love Bob because he kind of he slithers his way into everybody's hearts.
Yeah. I love Ivan and I love Bob. I do love Ivan. I love Bob though. He's hilarious.
Stella
was like, huh? Are you talking about me?
Daniel said Stella or Bob. For me, my favorite character is a tie between Ruby, just because she's adorable and her refrigerator and elephant joke was hilarious. Made no sense, but it was hilarious. There's footprints in the butter, okay. And then it's a tie between Ruby and the little bunny rabbit.
With his fire truck?
Yeah, the little bunny rabbit. Who drives a yellow fire truck?
I love
that.
Who has a yellow fire truck? No one.
So sad. I was like, aw. There's a little
I screamed at the TV, get off the damn fire truck when he was about to get squashed.
My mom and I were like, oh my God.
I was like, just hop. Just hop. You're a rabbit. Jesus.
You forgot how, Josh. You forgot.
Just jump. Just get off the thing. He was like, just get off.
It's like in the horror movies when like they run straight instead of going like off the road when they're like running from a car and you're like, just go that way. And then they don't.
Or they're running from the murderer and they're like, let's go hide in the murderer's house. It's like, there's literally a sign in front of it that says, run this way to safety. You're like, let's go that way. There's killers that way. Let's go over there. And then, Caitlin, who's your favorite character?
Stella.
Stella was cute.
That's sad for you because she wasn't there long.
I know. I just really liked how she like took Ruby under her wing. And
she
then
did, like as soon as she got off, she was already being motherly to her.
And then how she was like, Ivan, I need you to promise me you're gonna take care of Ruby. I was like, oh.
Well,
yeah. And then she's like, then she goes, goodbye. I was like, no!
And Stella has the best line out of the whole movie, where she says that she believes that zoos are how humans make amends because of like how they've treated animals, you know.
Rushing to Disney is here. Hello.
Hey, Rushing to Disney.
They're saying, hey guys, how's it going? If you missed anything, we've gone off talk about 72 times.
It's okay. We've been having fun though. That's what's most important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Elise Culberson is here.
Hi.
She says, hello, hi everybody. Hello, Elise. Welcome in.
Hello, Elise.
Okay, so Katrina says, okay, so will you all be mad at me if I only got to the part where the little girl gave the elephant the crayons and I couldn't get into the movie?
No. Everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
So, Katrina, we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if you were on yet, but we were talking about how the first part of the half of the movie is very hard to connect to. It was very hard to kind of get into the movie because it was so slowly got into the movie. So, I completely understand. I think you should go back and rewatch it and give it a second try because once you get through the first half of the movie, it gets a lot better. When Ivan really understands what challenge that he has for himself that Stella gives him and what he needs to do, that's when it starts to get better. So obviously the monkey is Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, like that's where we're at right now, the whole Mutant Ninja Turtles. So but it's a really good movie. I think give it a try. Russian Disney says they kind of feel the same way. Katrina says, no, I missed that part. I had to feed the tiny humans.
Yeah, go back and watch it. And it is kind of hard to digest sometimes. I feel like, because I watched it several times, and each time my mind drifts off, and then I got to kind of rewind it and start it back. That's why I couldn't give it an 8. It was really good. It's just so much stuff going on. It's hard to kind of stay on track with the movie.
A movie for me that I never want to pick up my phone because I don't want to miss something in the movie is a 10 for me.
Yeah.
That's the movie that I cannot.
Right.
I don't want to focus on anything except the movie because I don't want to forget anything because I'm so in tune with the movie. Where I was on my phone majority of the time.
Yeah.
But I could still understand what was going on. It wasn't like a kind of movie that was like, oh my God, I have to have your attention or whatever. So it's not a bad movie. I think it's super, super cute. I think it's going to be hard for kids to follow along, that it's designed for kids, but it's one of those things where I think the kids will connect because there's a kid in it and there's animals and the animals talk. So it's like kid movie.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff in this movie that's not, death, animal cruelty, if you want to call it that. Them being locked up in cages, in tiny cages for that.
They were in a mall.
Yeah, inside of a mall, which when they got out, I was like, how did this not happen before? Like, I'm just like, how did this not happen like 45 other times?
Well, I think because it wasn't until Ivan realized that there was better out there. He was just like, oh, this is home. I do this and like everybody does that. And then like he was like, wait, Stella said there's better stuff out there. Like maybe we should go.
Right. Because I think because of his traumatic past, he really blocked out the whole idea of freedom. Because he had the situation with his dad when he was free and the stuff that went on with his sister. So, and he just was with the humans and they basically was taking him to the movies and taking him out to dinner and
Yeah,
stuff.
but like the dang crazy chicken, she could have got out a long time ago if she wanted to.
Right, so could Bob, but Bob, he was free and he kept coming back. Isn't that like the irony? Like they were caged and they couldn't get out. But he just wanted to be there because of their friendship. He could get out anytime he wanted to, yet they were trying to protect him so he could stay because they could not get rid of him. That was funny too when he finally got upstairs. He kept trying to press his luck to get up there to get the food. And then Ivan was like, I'm serious, you're pressing your luck this time. And he got up there and he was all in the dog's bed, like, oh, this is what I really like Bob. He was really funny.
Okay, so my next question is animal characters only. Who is your least favorite character?
Oh.
So the monkey. What was the monkey's name?
There was a monkey?
No, not the monkey.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The seal. See, I said the wrong animal. The seal. I always forget who he is.
I was about to say, I only remember seeing the gorilla.
I was about to say, he must be my least favorite because I didn't remember a monkey.
Right?
He was so
seal.
cute when he came back after they got captured. He was like, I missed you, Ball. I'm sorry.
I forget about him.
He's like, I left you, Ball. I'm sorry. I will say my least favorite character was the chicken.
I thought the chicken was funny.
I don't know. She did. I mean, like the bunny rabbit was barely in the movie. She made an impact. It made an impact on me because of the little fire truck.
Yeah.
The seal made an impact on me because it made the joke. Ivan, Bob, Stella, Ruby, obviously they're amazing. You can't say that they're not your favorite. The chicken really didn't have any impact on me. She was hilarious.
Shaka Khan. How can you not love Shaka Khan?
I mean, I understand that's why she had the little thingy on her head, like the afro or whatever, but like...
No, she was beautiful. She was like rocking it.
I'm just saying, like, she was kind of a waste of a character for me, so...
I don't think I disliked any of them, but like, I guess going off kind of what you said, like the poodle, that one kind of had like no impact on me. Like I don't really remember most of the poodle's lines.
Yeah.
What did you say? There's no blow dry or something out there.
Oh yeah.
Bob was like, "Come with me," and she was like, "I can't." And he was like, "Why not?" And she's like, "Because there's no blow dryers out there, or something. Like there's no something." I thought it was funny.
It's like camping. Sorry, can't go. There's no blow dryers.
She's a glamper.
Daniel said he likes them all.
Yeah, I don't think I disliked any of the animals. They were all right. I mean,
Did you know there's an intruder in your house behind you?
Yeah, that's my husband. That's E-Code right there. Everybody say what's up to E-Code. They brought you up. They say you're an intruder. They're like, do you know someone's standing behind you?
Huh? Come here.
I have a question. So, would you have rather seen this as live action like it was, or as like an animated version?
Oh, live action.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see it in.
I wouldn't have watched it.
It would have been way corny. It would have been way corny.
Someone wants to say hello. This is my version of a cat.
You're funny.
Hey, little dude.
Can you wait?
Hello.
He's been in a couple of my videos. If you ever want to watch him, be annoying. He's on my videos.
Bye.
Can you not stuff all of my stuff? Thanks. Goodbye. Hasta la bye-bye.
Hasta la bye-bye.
So
cartoon, no.
Okay, so Marika, you said you're not going to say you didn't like any of the videos, the movie, or the characters because you like them all.
I mean, they were okay. I'm not going to say they all were my favorite, but I didn't dislike any of them. Some of them was just like extras, you know.
So my next question, and I'm coming up with these questions on the fly, so that's why they're like dumb. But do you like the movie's choice for the actor who played like the ringmaster or whatever, the guy from Breaking Bad?
Oh
Did
my
I
gosh,
like him?
yes.
The ringmaster was a good character. I mean,
I personally
think
don't
he
like
did
him as
well.
an actor.
I think he did well. He had his moments where he had good moments, and then he was stressed out, you know, about the circus. He had moments where he started flashing. I mean, that was probably like his worst moment when the little girl. I think he was out of pocket for that when the little girl made a comment about how he was treating the little Ruby, and he just like flashed on her. I wanted the dad to speak up about that. I don't know why he just let him kind of talk to her like that. You know the part I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
He
talked
wants to lose his job. His wife is dying. He can't lose his medical.
That is very Dumbo of them.
This is what I talked to Chad about last night too, was that I don't like how the character of the ringmaster dude was like level-headed the whole entire movie, and then like snapped for that one scene.
Yeah.
Like it was weird to me. Like he snapped on Ruby, but I understand because of the pressure of like losing his business and whatever. But like he was under that pressure the whole entire movie. But like this one little section, he like snapped on Ruby and the little girl, and I was confused by it. And I was like, "Why are you yelling at this little girl and the little baby elephant randomly right now? Like, what went through your what happened?" So I thought that was kind of weird. I think they should have left him level-headed the whole entire time.
Yeah, they definitely could have left that part out, but that was funny that Ruby did not let that go because you know she spit in his face and that toupee went flying back. That was hilarious. He was like so embarrassed.
Daniel said, "Wait, he's from Breaking Bad."
I had no there, and I watched Breaking Bad. I didn't even catch it.
He's the dude that always played the bad guy and everything, right?
Yeah.
He was on Breaking Bad, and then he was
Walter.
he was also
He looked like Walter to me though.
he was on that TV show with the three sons, whatever it was called. Malcolm's Middle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The goofy dude. He's the goofy dude.
Malcolm in the Middle or something, whatever it's called. Whatever it was a show on TV, and he was the father. So I don't know what it's called.
I don't know why I say he was the bad dude, but you know, Ivan was Ivan played the guy who played Ivan sometimes plays a bad character. Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, he played the bad guy in Iron Man 2.
Oh.
Okay. That was interesting that he was Ivan.
Yeah. I thought he's a good voice, and I don't like him as an actor though.
He's really weird looking too. Yeah, I don't know why he flashed on them like that. But that I agree with you. They should have just not had him do that, because then it kind of put him in a bad light for like the rest of the movie to me.
Well, for me, it was weird because there was like a lack of development. I felt like because it was like he was really level-headed. He got stressed at one time, and then he was cool with them, and then he just like magically was okay with like letting all the animals go. Like there was no like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna bring me to the next question: is do y'all like or not like how easily he gave up his animals?
I don't know.
So, I'm confused on like they're your family. Ivan is his like basically like his son.
Right.
And he brought him up for so long, and he's known nothing but Ivan for so long. And then there was a protest for like 22 minutes, and the next thing we know, Ivan's leaving and Ruby's leaving and all the animals are leaving. And I'm like, is this because we didn't get to see how long in between this has gone on? Or is this like something that you just were like, you know what, I understand that this is happening and this is what's going on, and I'm going to give him up?
Well, I mean, honestly, if he kept him, how much longer was that circus going to last? I think you got to take that into account, too, that he was really stressed because everything was going downhill for him. When Ruby came, he thought that was just going to bring everything back up.
I mean, it technically did.
I mean, it did, but it wasn't gonna last that long.
And then Ivan could draw, so that brought even more people in. And I just I think they say any publicity, even bad publicity, is good publicity, or it's publicity. So people would have come and still watched the show, and he still would have made money regardless. But to me, it just sounds he was like, all right, well, they're protesting, so I'm done. I give up.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I remember when I was watching it, I literally was just kind of like, wait, there's not going to be any sort of struggle. Like, he's just like, all right, my wife left me, so
yeah, he wasn't a fighter. I'm glad you brought that up. He wasn't a fighter because he let his wife just walk off down the street and didn't try.
Yeah, but he fought for his circus. He fought for his show for years to make it keep going.
That's true.
But anything that was close to him, he didn't fight for that, relationship wise.
I just thought it was weird that he would just let Ivan go like that, because I mean, he gave up his whole relationship to keep Ivan. So I was like, I don't know. There was a lack of character development on his end for me.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get to know who he is. You know what he did for Ivan, but you're like, what gave you the idea to start a circus? I know he was street performing, but how did you get the circus? Where did the circus come from? Why did you start the circus? What gave you the idea? How did you get the other animals? Things like that. Because we show how you got Ruby, but did we show you where did the other ones come from? So to me, it was just weird. I don't know.
That's part of the time issues in the movie. Everything just kind of happened. Josh?
Oh, he's telling the kids to shush.
Oh, okay.
The booty's out.
So yeah, they definitely had some time issues in the movie.
Yeah.
Did they explain how he got the characters in the book, Kat?
A little bit more. It was more supposed to be just kind of whimsical and fun, and then it gets real dark and serious, and then goes back to whimsical and fun.
Sorry. Okay. So, what did y'all think of the end of the movie? The end of the movie, where do y'all think this was taking place? The big giant land and all that kind of stuff. Where I was in my head when this was happening, I was like, that doesn't seem like a zoo. It doesn't seem like zoo atmosphere to me. It looked like a plantation or some kind of
it's a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the end of the movie, whenever they had the credits, it said that he was moved there and then moved into a zoo.
Yeah.
Later. So why give him a plantation with all this giant stuff and then put him back in a cage?
Well, so a funny thing is that he hated the wind. He hated the rain. He was so used to being inside and being pampered that he anytime it rained, he would hide in his little hole and he'd be like, I'm not going out there. So it took him a really long time to meet up with any of the other gorillas. He was having anytime it would blow wind, he'd be like so.
They institutionalized him. He was jacked up.
Yeah. So in real life he was a little more weary of the world outside.
So I have something I'm confused about. I want to know what y'all think. This is something that I felt whenever the movie was going on and it happened. When Ivan went to the sanctuary and first came outside, he walked out and he saw another gorilla. Do you think that was his sister?
I hope so.
Because they had a long stare. They were like, I think I know you kind of stare. You give me some kind of feeling that kind of something thing. You might be my sister. I feel like I know you. He got his happy ending where he got to leave the show And then like in the beginning of the movie, we were talking about how he doesn't remember his sister. Like he knows her, but he doesn't remember her. And then they get to the sanctuary, and they have this long stare. And in my heart, I was like, that has to be his sister. Like
I
that
thought it
has
was.
to be his sister.
That's what I want.
Like I feel like that's some kind of Disney junk that would happen. Like Disney would have done that for you. Like, but I feel like if it was his sister, they would have been like some kind of connection or some kind of like hug or something. Like she could have been like, Ivan?
I know you. You saw
I feel like I know you. So, anything else?
That's funny that they didn't reconnect them though, because normally in movies like that, they bring them back together and then they can. So if it was his sister, that's weird.
Well, I mean, that sanctuary looks like it's a bunch of animals that have been rescued from shows. So if her sister was poached and taken from the wild to do stuff, she was probably taken for a show or for a zoo. So if she was rescued, she might have been sent there. And then they rekindled.
Well, in real life, they were in the zoo together. I mean, in the show together.
What?
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's not bullcrap.
It was so both of them had to have an I name, so people were able to vote. So you have to remember, this is back in the like 60s. So
why does Disney do this? Why does Disney take a story, a true story, and change it up so much?
Change it.
Like you can change, like add characters. You can remove characters if you want to, but like let's stay with the story and the line, the story plot. Let's just like stay with that for a minute for like once in our lives. Like Ariel was not this like little teenager. She was some demonic like mermaid. Let's make her back that way. Like this is some crap. I'm tired of this. I want Disney to make a story, a true story, and make it like the actual story.
But okay, I know you don't want me to talk about the book, but in the book, she died from eating pennies.
Aww.
Really?
How did she get pennies?
Because it was in the fountain and she ate the pennies and she died.
What a dummy.
Oh, that's so sad.
We're all just like, how sad. And then Josh is like, what an idiot.
That is hecka sad.
You can't chew them. They don't taste good.
Yeah, they can't taste good. There's no way. Especially if they're in nasty water.
Or was that the seal? I don't know. One of the animals died from eating
cat. Now you made us think
How many you
died
get
and
that
it might
you
be
got
a
me feeling
seal.
some kind of way. If it was the dumb seal, I'm okay with that, but not
Maybe that's why I can never remember him. Because he died.
he sacrificed himself by eating pennies and you don't even care about him.
Somebody eats pennies. Totally, yeah. They saw those shiny things like, oh, silverfish. No, pennies.
BTW, I was watching a live stream on YouTube the other day, and they were in Small World, and they were in the queue, and people throw water or coins in the water under Small World. And I told them to go to Disney and be like, can you please take all these pennies and change and give them to the government so we can no longer have a coin shortage? That's like the amount of coins that are probably underneath the ferry boat
Right.
area.
They got tons of coins.
Like they could go dig in the dirt and sift through it and probably find about $1 million. Like,
and that's why the water smells so bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
coins?
Yeah,
probably because they corrode, right, or whatever.
Yes, they're corroding.
They corrode. Oh, I never thought of that.
Well, in Roger Rabbit too, in Toontown in Disneyland, there's like a little section where people throw all these coins, and like I've seen 20s down there. I'm like, are you people crazy? Why are you throwing your money in here?
Well, I know Disney takes the money and donates it to somewhere and gives it to charity.
Yes, they donated to the house there. Not the Ronald McDonald's house, but the other one.
Oh, okay. I was like, why? Because I would just see it stack up, and I'm like,
but like, there's coins from all over the world.
mm-hmm.
Right.
So, All right.
Most of them are in people's houses and they're Alhambra jugs. Guilty. You
There's
got
another
Alhambra
one.
jugs full of coins? No one? Are we the only family that has lots of Alhambra jugs with coins in it?
Are you saying a hamburger jug?
No, the water jugs.
The big
We
jugs.
fill those. Let me say, Black people, we fill those for hard times. So we have all.
I have a coffee pot that I like put stuff in. I don't even drink coffee, but that's how I was taught. All your extra coins and stuff goes in the coffee pot.
Right,
Mine's in a pickle
tons of
jar because I'm
coins.
fat.
Yeah, pickle
Okay.
jar.
I
Well,
ate all the
we
pickles
all
and then was like,
can
I'm gonna
save.
collect change.
I have a tiny jar.
So if we all just turn in our change, then it wouldn't be so bad. But who wants
That's
to
true.
do that? Because you need your change.
Yeah.
That change come in handy when it's hard times. You just flip that thing over and shake it out.
It's true though. Take it to a coin machine and get a bunch of money and have it for if you ever need it. So does anybody have any final thoughts? Anybody else? Is there anything else that you want to discuss about? Because I'm blanking.
I told you we should have watched the Swiss Family Robinson.
No, the heck we should not have.
I would have watched that movie so bad. Josh was like, no, but I tell you what, it's better than the one and only Ivan. I'll tell you that.
I bet you $1 it's not.
No, it is.
I bet you it is. You gotta watch it, Josh. Give
The
it a
kid
try.
rides on an
I ain't got to do
ostrich.
nothing. I ain't got to do nothing.
The kid
Okay.
rides on an ostrich. How much cooler can you get?
You might be a mama, but you ain't mine. So
Well, I'm just saying, you gotta give it a try. Anyway,
No, I
we're
don't.
gonna work on that. We're gonna work.
no,
on
we're
that.
not. We're not. We're not. We're not. We're not.
We're not, and we're gonna say we did.
Caitlin, have you seen Swiss Family Robinson?
I haven't.
Are you gonna watch it?
I mean, now I might. Or you want me to
Don't
telling
give in
you.
to her. Don't give in to her ways. Don't. Stand up and fight for your country.
Let me just say this. I never have you seen it, Kat? Never?
Yes. Oh yeah. I read
It's
the book.
amazing. I
That's
never
old.
she read every book. Cat's old. I never wanted to watch it. I was
No.
avoiding it. But one day, let me tell you how I did it. One day, Jen LaForge was talking about it on a pen. She was talking about a pen that she got from D23 and how much she loved the movie. And then I said, let me give this movie a try. I'm telling you, if you want a movie and you're on the edge of your seat, watch the Swiss Family Robinson. Not the first one, but the older remake. It's so good.
Very good.
See, Kat agrees.
Josh is like, I'm out.
Just on the group with it. Anyway, so next week we are going to be doing the Black Panther. Woo, woo. I'm excited.
So we will have Danielle back from Mickey's Girls. She'll be back in time to discuss Black Panther. We will be back on her channel next week. We'll be on her channel for the first time. Mickey's Girls, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to just go ahead and make the executive decision. Caitlin, you are more than welcome to join us next week.
Please stay with us. Please.
You can. I'm not even going to ask everybody because I know what everybody's answers are going to be. You're more than
We
welcome
love you
to join
guys.
us and be a permanent guest on the show or be a
Yes.
permanent host.
Of course, you too, Kat.
Kat, you were already
No,
part
I
of it.
wanted to vote.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, we already
If
yeah.
you would like Caitlin to be a part of the next week's show, everybody raise your hand.
Wow, Josh, I thought we were homies.
I would love for you to be back. I would love for you to be back to watch it with us next week and discuss.
Absolutely.
It'll just be the 5 of us. That'd be awesome. We will be on Mickey's Girls channel again next week at 7. If you are watching this right now, make sure you go like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Doretha's channel.
And
Subscribe to
everyone.
Caitlin and to Kat. Come subscribe to me. And then next week we'll be on Mickey's Girls channel watching Black Panther. I think it'll be a little bit longer of a discussion because Black Panther is a long movie.
And we're emotionally
And I think all of us have
too.
emotional connection
Right.
to this movie.
Yeah.
And it'll be a lot more to discuss and talk about. There's a lot more in-depth discussions and conversations and a lot more to talk about than some dang element. So
I'm gonna need some moral support to make it through the movie. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
it's my second favorite Marvel movie. Oh my gosh, Marvel movie ever made. Because Endgame is my first because it just incorporates so many others. But Black Panther, the first time I saw it, I was so moved and just I can't wait to watch it again. Even though I just watched it last week.
I am so excited. I think that Danielle is always prepared as well. So like I feel like Danielle will have a lot of questions for us to discuss and talk about.
Say I wasn't prepared? Are you trying to say that?
No, just
I'm messing with you.
Just Danielle's more prepared. So
Burn. You know, I like to talk, but you know, I turned it over to you, Josh, because you like to talk and come up with questions. But
yeah, I feel like I did okay.
Did great.
You did really good.
No enthusiastic thumbs up. And in 2 weeks,
and my daddy taught me how to delegate, so that's what I basically did. Put you to work.
Rude.
And in 2 weeks, we're doing Treasure Planet.
Yes. So next week we'll be on Mickey's Girls channel watching Black Panther, discussing Black Panther. 2 weeks from now, we will be on Kat's channel, Perfectly Cat, and we will be discussing Treasure Planet, which I have to go watch. And then the week after that, we will be on Caitlin's channel if Caitlin wants to live stream. Have you ever live streamed before?
I have not, but I will let you be my guide.
Right. Delegate him, honey. Use him. Put him to work.
Delegate him.
I accept Disney gift cards, just saying.
Okay.
You gonna put me to work, there better be some kind of income coming my way. Just letting you know. Barika.
I will send you something, Josh.
It better not be ears.
No, it's not gonna be ears.
I want money, honey.
It's gonna be a copy of Swiss Family Robinson.
Yes, yes, I will pay for something.
No, the hell it's not. I'm just gonna let you know. No. You're gonna give me the book. That's gonna go straight in the fire. I don't even.
He is so rude.
Angels just cried in heaven.
Who did?
Little book angels. With the little
you know who used to be an angel? The devil. Just saying.
Oh gosh,
Satan himself used to be in heaven. Just saying. So,
you just broke my future heart.
You have 2 weeks to think of a movie that you want to talk about.
Live action Dumbo. Just kidding.
That's funny.
Marika, silence her. Mute her. Bump her. Do something. I revoke your membership.
I'm trying to put the links in here when I'm looking up your channel. Caitlin, your channel is Magic by Caitlin, right?
Oh no, my Instagram name
Caitlin_Christine.
Yeah.
Huh?
My Instagram name is different. My YouTube is just Caitlin_Christine.
Oh, okay, _Kristen.
Christine.
With the C or?
It says CH and then RISTIN.
Okay, I got it. See, I'm glad I asked because I was feeling really stupid over here.
Yeah, it's confusing because like my personal Instagram already has that name, and then I didn't want to get confused, so my YouTube Instagram's different.
Okay, good. I'm glad I asked. See, I'm so glad I asked.
Okay, so before we go, because we're running up on an hour, everybody.
But give me time to put the links in, though, Josh. So
that's fine. I'm about to let everybody discuss them really quickly while you're doing that.
Okay.
Caitlin, what do you have coming up on your channel this week? Or next week?
I have a Funko unboxing. Yes. And a like Disney wall collective sort of thing. There's Loungefly, there's pins. And then possibly another Loungefly haul, Fox Lunch Money haul. It might be
where do you work?
I'm a preschool teacher. But
I work middle schoolers.
Yes, my boyfriend's an engineer though, so.
A tech engineer or a wood engineer?
Oh, computer engineer. Yeah.
So is mine. Oh my gosh, we're like twins, but just like different ages because I'm way younger.
2 years apart.
That is really crazy. That is like, how did that happen? Me and Kat were like meant to be friends.
Like,
He's my new friend, Josh.
bye.
Josh.
Caitlin has a Loungefly store in her home.
For real. The whole wall's
So
covered.
Katrina, what do you have coming up on your channel, ma'am?
I have tomorrow, 14th. Yes. I have a Scentsy unboxing of my Winnie the Pooh and
This is your
giveaway.
microphone, by the way.
Someone's going to win it.
Ooh.
And
You got it and you're giving it away?
yeah, that's what it's for.
You don't want to enjoy it?
I'm helping a consultant.
Oh, cool.
Consultants now are allowed to have Disney YouTubers help them. So I had a friend reach out to me, so I'm helping.
Someone hit me up. Someone hit me up.
And then I have a smile swap coming up by Mary over at the Siskiteers. She put together. And I'm going to be on the Addie Family Adventures, their live stream for game day on the 17th. And then on the 19th, I'm going to drop the video of how I made these amazing put together ears by the amazing
Barika from SweetLife of the Three Coats of Tears. I know
Thank
my
you.
name is hard. Don't worry, because
I couldn't remember what the whole thing was called.
They named me in the African. You know, our mamas wanted us to have African names. Okay.
Okay, so here's how I remember.
SweetLife of the Three Cups of Tears is not African, sweetheart.
I said Barika. She can remember my first name, Josh.
She said she couldn't remember the whole thing.
Well, that's difficult too.
Shorten it up.
So Barika, I do remember your name because I use I put pictures in my mind of people's names. So don't take offense to this, anybody, because I do this to everybody. Is I see a sheep going ba, and then he's singing re do re mi, and then ka. So I just see a little sheep going Barika.
But that's better than what some people say. They say, "Are you named after Barack?" It's like, how am I named after Barack? And Barack was the president after I was born.
Right.
Somebody literally asked me that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you guys got my name. Yes, Barika, SweetLife of the Three Cups of Tears. I know we have a long name.
Yes, but
okay.
I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm halfway done, and it's really easy. I love your video because I'm like following along, and actually I might put a little bit of me watching the video in my video because you kind of like talk to us. So I'm like answering you. I'm like, okay, all right, yes, I got it. Nope, but I got it.
Good. That's how I wanted it to be. I wanted to be like you were talking to an old friend and doing a craft.
And I love that. I love it so much.
I got everybody's information in, Josh.
Thanks. That was sweet of you. Miss Marika, what do you have coming up on your channel for this week or the next week?
So, Elise has an unboxing from Shop at Disney, so she'll be doing that tomorrow. We have lots of products over here to review. I could say that because my husband just left, but we have tons and tons of things that we need to talk about. So we'll be doing a lot of product reviews.
So for me, I have a video dropping tomorrow. Do I know which one it is? No. It'll be a surprise to me as well. I don't remember. I scheduled like 12 videos out, and I don't remember which one is coming tomorrow. It's either going to be a park vlog, a Funko vlog, or it's going to be a trailer reaction. Who knows? I'm also every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am on the Mickey Bunches channel for Brunch with the Bunch. We live stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is a lot of fun. I also have videos coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as spooky season is starting, if you can't tell. Yay. So a lot of amazing videos are happening in October. Me and Kat are a part of something together in October. I'm also part of some kind of Halloween swap. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I know that it's happening at the end of October between a bunch of YouTubers. It's a lot of fun. And then this is happening every Sunday. So if you missed today's, if you're watching the replay, don't forget that every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll be on one person's channel. You don't have to worry about it if you can't remember who's coming to who. It'll be on Instagram. If you follow all of us, you'll find that out, and we will be sharing it and posting it on our channels, so you can remember where we're going. Next week we'll be on Mickey's Girls channel watching and discussing Black Panther.
Woo!
So
I'm gonna make another flyer too. I'm gonna make another one.
Awesome. So with that being said, thank you everybody. Thank you for being here. If you stayed the whole entire way through, we appreciate it. If you're not here live, if you're watching the replay, we appreciate you as well. Also, make sure you hit the like button. Do not hit the dislike button, or I will come for you.
Right.
You will.
Don't hit the dislike button.
I will bring my fake golf club, and I will come for you.
It still hurts.
It does hurt. It looks like
Look,
it hurts.
I already
It
hit
also
somebody. Look.
looks like you've been hitting somebody with it too, Josh. That's all
Yeah,
you sit in.
he's 6 years old, and he's a hot mess. So, thank you all again for being here. Thank you, Brika, for hosting this week on your channel.
Guys. Thank you for coming to my channel. You know, I'm the baby, and I appreciate all you guys.
So
I'm having fun with you guys, and I love you guys all. I really do.
We love you.
Thank
love
you.
Love you all. Again, Caitlin next week. We'll see you next week as well. Welcome to the club. The club. So, whenever you're ready, Brika.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I just wanted to let you know too. I wear my Dumbo shirt because it did remind me of Dumbo.
Love it.
Well, again, like Josh says, thank you for hanging out with us on this channel, The Sweet Life with 3 Cups of Tears. Remember, the sweet life is the right life, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.